Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Interesting developments in Ukraine, and I have here an update and from the Ukrainians and from the Russians. The Russians, I'm going to use their map, and the Ukrainians, I'm going to use their narrative. I also have some extra maps to show you what's going on over there. It seems like the most important spot in the front, the clashes occur in Avdiivka. Remember the one that is, I would say, already encircled by the Russians? Well, that's where things are getting bad. So let's start the update from Ukrainska Pravda. Over 100 combat clashes recorded at front line. Most on Avdiivka front. So where's Avdiivka? Avdiivka is in Donetsk, and it is right here. You see that? This is Avdiivka. So things are not going too well over there. So this is mostly right here. But I'm going to use also Kupiansk, because this is one and the other one is going to be related to Kupiansk, which is right here. In here. This is Kupiansk. And the Russians are trying to cross right here across this river, and obviously try to encircle Kupiansk as well. So let's go back to the article. During the past day, 114 combat clashes were recorded on the front line. The Russian army carried out 1 missile strike and 48 airstrikes, as well as 38 attacks from multiple launch rocket systems. Throughout the day, the Air Force of the Armed Forces of Ukraine targeted 5 clusters of personnel, weapons and military equipment of the Russian invaders. On the Kupiansk front, remember Kupiansk right here. On the Kupiansk front, Ukrainian forces repelled 18 Russian attacks in the vicinity of Sinkivka, Petropavlivka, Tabaivka and Berostove in Kharkiv Oblast, where the Russians tried to break through the defense of Ukrainian troops. That's one. Here's the other article, Ukraine Forum. Russians trying to capture Kupiansk forest and Sinkivka. Syrskyi says. Syrskyi is this general right here. This is in between Zaluzny and Zelensky. So the commander of the land forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, Colonel General Alexander Syrskyi, visited Papapapupupup. According to the commander, the situation in Kupiansk direction remains difficult. When they say remains difficult, that means it is really bad. The enemy continues to conduct active assault operations and intense fire. The Russian invaders focus their main efforts on pushing the units of the defense forces out of Kupiansk forest and capturing Sinkivka and the Kharkiv Oblast. I tried to identify where this forest is, and all I did, I couldn't identify it with this because it doesn't show me the topography, the terrain. So I went to this one where it shows me that's not it, but I went from there because I know where that is by map. So it should be in this area right here. So this is Kupiansk here. Right? Is it? This should be Kupiansk in this area. And I think I figured things out. I think that it is, the forest is right here. Even though this doesn't seem like Kupiansk, the name, to me. But it's Kupiansk right here. And this is the river. Okay, so let's see. All right, so that was not Kupiansk. This is Kupiansk right here, so south of it. Because if you look over this map right here, you have, this is what they're talking about here, and this is Kupiansk here. And if you look at this, the three, like when the road meets here right here, like 1, 2, 3, plus the rivers, there's a lot of rivers, at least that's more than one meeting over there. If you look at this one, it's right here. I can read whatever this is, and I'm going to read the Russian is Dvurechania, but you see these guys are using different, this is that, and this is Kupiansk right here. It sounds like, looks anyway. So I think that that forest could be on this area here, but I don't want to, claim things that I don't know. I think this is where this is located, across from here. All right, let's go back to the article with Kupiansk forest. The commander made a working visit. We don't care about that one. Let's go to the update. On the Liman front is south of Kupiansk and is right here. This is Liman. Things are going bad for the Ukrainians over there. Ukrainian soldiers repelled 14 Russian attacks in Donetsk Oblast, as well as 7 more attacks in the areas of Serebryanska forest in Luhansk Oblast, where the Russians unsuccessfully tried to break through the Ukrainian forces. We're going Bakhmut, we go south, which is Bakhmut is right here. They call it Artemovsk, but it don't even mention it over here. But believe me, that's Artemovsk right here. All right, let's go to the article. On the Bakhmut front, units of the armed forces of Ukraine repelled 2 Russian attacks in the Bogdanivka district of Donetsk Oblast, where the Russians, with the support of aviation, unsuccessfully tried to improve the tactical situation. On the Avdiivka front, that's the one where I think it's already surrounded. Right here, this is Avdiivka, and south of it is going to be Marinka. So from here, they're going to move here. So in Avdiivka, Ukrainian defenders repelled 22 Russian attacks in the areas of Novokalinove, Novobakhmutivka, and Avdiivka, and 14 more in the areas of Donetsk Oblast. I'm not going to read those, where the Russian forces, with the support of aviation, unsuccessfully tried to break through the defense. On the Marinka front, the Ukrainian armed forces continued to deter the Russians in the areas of Krasnohorivka, Marinka, and Novomikhailivka, Donetsk Oblast, where the Russians tried 13 times to improve the tactical situation. On the Shakhtarsk front, that's between Marinka and Zaporozhye Oblast, so that is, let's make it like this, from here to here. This, they're talking about this one, and they're going to jump in onto Zaporozhye. On the Shakhtarsk front, the Ukrainian forces repelled 4 attacks in area west of Staromayorsk and the south of Uzainya, Donetsk Oblast. So that is in this area right here. And then we're going to go to Zaporozhye Oblast. On the Zaporozhye Oblast, Ukrainian defenders repelled 4 attacks in the areas west of Verbonia and Robotynya, Zaporozhye Oblast. Those are clear right here. Robotynya right here, Verbovnia. This is where the Ukrainian counteroffensive started and did not do anything. And the next one, we're going to go to Kherson Oblast. Let's see what these guys are saying about Kherson. If they say anything, no, not even. The Russian forces do not abandon their intentions to oust the Ukrainian unions, yeah, it is, from the established bridgeheads, plural now, on the left eastern bank of the Dnieper River. They carried out 11 unsuccessful attempts to assault the Ukrainian positions. So yes, they're talking about Kherson, where the Ukrainians claim they landed right here by Krinky in this area. This is Kherson here. And supposedly the Russians cannot kick them back. I don't think the Ukrainians are over here whatsoever. I think these guys, if they shell them clear enough, they just carpet bomb them over there. There's no way to escape. So this is an update, and Kupiansk and Avdiivka, according to the Ukrainians, are the hottest spots. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.